وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ, a special problem which the youth were facing at that time. There were many teenagers who accepted Islam. Now they were under the pressure from their parents that we have rights over you. How come you leave our religion and the religion of our ancestors? We have rights, we have brought you up. You were born of us. We have fed you, we have taken care of you up till now. So, with this appeal, they were forcing those teenagers to come back to the religion of their ancestors. And I was absolutely clear that those teenagers who accepted Islam at that age were of very good nature, the best of intentions. How could they ignore the rights of their parents over them? So there was a dilemma, what to do? On the one side, rights of Allah. On the other side, rights of parents. And I have told many a time, and we have seen in this very selected course of study, at least there are 5 places in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions the rights of parents immediately after his own rights. وَقَضَىٰ رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. We studied in the second section of Surah Al-Luqman, Anishkur li waliwalidayk. Have gratitude for me. Be grateful to me and to your parents. Now, when these two rights collided, what to do? This was a practical problem. And actually, we have studied this problem once before in Surah Al-Luqman. The same ayah appears there in a rather extended form. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ وَهْنًا عَلَىٰ وَهْنٍ وَفِصَالُهُ فِي عَامَيْنِ أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيْكَ وَإِلَيَّ الْمَصِيرُ وَإِنْ جَاهَدَاكَ عَلَىٰ أَن تُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ فَلَا تُطِعْهُمَا وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا وَاتَّبِعْ سَبِيلَ مَنْ أَنَابَ إِلَيَّ ثُمَّ إِلَيَّ مَرْجِعُكُمْ فَأُنَبِّئُكُم بِمَا كُنتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. It appears that Surah Al-Luqman was revealed before this surah, because there the subject has been discussed in detail. Here it is included again. Why? Because you know the context. It was also sort of persecution. The most important example is of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas radiyallahu ta'ala an, one of the topmost 10 Sahaba, the 10 companions, Ashar al-Mubashara radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He was a teenager when he accepted Islam. His father had died long before. Mother had brought him up with utmost love, affection, care, everything. Now that mother declared, I will not eat anything, I will not drink anything, I will commit suicide if Saad doesn't come back to the religion of his father and ancestors. So just imagine what a hard situation he was faced. But here is the clear injunction of Allah. My rights are superior. All other rights are below my rights.